So plenty of stars, but can you give us an underrated guy here? So obviously not Tatum or Curry. Those two dudes are going to cost you more than 15 grand in the captain spot. But give me an underrated guy who could make a big impact here, Nick, and become a great DFS value in this series.
Yeah, well, there's a few on the Golden State side, honestly. You got Kevon Looney at 7,400 if you're putting him in the non-captain spot for game one. Andrew Wiggins actually now cheaper than Kevon Looney, which says a lot about how well Kevon Looney played in that Dallas series. Looney had 40, 26, 41, 32, and 40 DK fantasy points in 5 of his last 6 games. That includes the final game against Memphis. Wiggins was fantastic against Dallas as well. He had at least 34 DraftKings points in 4 of the 5 games. So those are the two guys who are very affordable and have shown, I think, a lot more upside, especially Looney, than we expected coming into the postseason. I also think we get a Poole resurgence at some point. He's going to have some moments in these finals. He's a big game player. Like I said, it just feels like they haven't really needed him these last 2 rounds, but he had some huge performances early in the playoffs. He's a guy who's capable of going for 30 on any given night. So certainly someone that I'm looking to plug and play in these DFS contests and just hope he hits for one of those big nights.
Chinmay, go off the beaten path for me here.
Well, I think Nick hit all the Warriors players perfectly. I think Looney, Wiggins, and Poole are all going to have some big moments in this series, and they won't cost you the type of money that Curry is going to. As far as the Celtics go, I do think that both Grant Williams and Derek White hold some value in terms of DFS lineups, and I think both are going to get significant run. Grant Williams, especially for his defensive ability, and he has the three-point shot, which gives him some upside that some of the other players don't have. And I think Derek White, the Celtics have run all 3 point guards with Smart, White, and Pritchard, but I don't think they're going to be able to play Pritchard that much in this series. So I think Derek White gets a lot of run. We've seen some 2-guard lineups with him and Smart, especially in the conference finals. And White has had some decent performances. If you're going to look for 50 or 60 points out of Derek White, it's not going to happen. But if you want that 15 to 20 point performance with potential for maybe 25 or 30 at a low cost, I think Derek White is the guy to look for in this series, especially with some of the minutes that I think he's going to get.